WCEG Network, where we are the worldwide community empowerment group, where we speak life into the community. Log us on WCEGTalkRadio.com. Watch us live on your smart television, on Roku, cable channel, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and now on Fanbase, Blue Sky, and Twitch. Search for WCEG and subscribe to all social media platforms. I am your host, Damita Chatman, for the next hour. Download us on your free WCEG mobile apps. Say Lexus, play WCEG Talk Radio. Listen to WCEG on any of our 12 podcast distribution platforms. Lastly but least, this is the disclaimer. Everything of the opinions is the host and not the producer. Hello, my name is Damita. Thank you for tuning in. We're going to do something a little different today. We're going to do a recap on what has taken place since the last time that we met. But before I go in any further, I want to say two things. I want to say happy United States birthday to United States Marine Corps. I want to especially say to my husband that served the United States Marine Corps. United States Marine Corps was good to us. When I say he was a faithful Marine, he was a faithful Marine to the United States Marine Corps. So I want to say thank him for his service and happy birthday to all the Marine Corps, because November the 10th is Marine Corps Day's birthday, and it's 250 years. Now, tomorrow is Veterans Day, and I want to say happy birthday, happy Veterans Day to all the veterans. I want to say happy veterans, especially to my baby sister Tamara Wilson, that has served in the military, and now she's also serving as the director over the VA. So I want to applaud her for doing such a great job, and all the veterans, all the veterans. Let's get on down to what we going to talk about today. We're going to do a recap on this election. I'm going to say the goods for the last, but I want us to give a shout out to Atlanta Mayor Dickens for winning his election straight out without a runoff. Everybody have an opinion, but I say that he's doing an outstanding job over there, along with the rest of the council. Keep up the good work, what you're doing over there in the city of Atlanta. I want to give a shout out to Union City for their city council, and Mayor Vince Williams for getting back in office without an election. I think Union City, you don't have to go into a runoff. It's the highest voters, and so the two council people that was in the election and the mayor, they got back on. And I want to say this about the mayor. They're doing an outstanding job over there in Union City. We might not like what they do, but I can't go to his house and tell him how to run his house. So therefore, if the people over there like what he doing, I can't say nothing about it, because I can't do no voting over there. And so the people must like what he is doing, because if they didn't, he wouldn't be going back in office. So I want to give him, I applaud him. Not only do I applaud him because he came up against the data centers and the warehouses, and sometimes people, they kind of put a narrative out there that the warehouses belong to the city of South Fulton. Well, I'm going to say it again, and then I'm not going to say it no more. I'll be through with this. The warehouses on South Fulton Parkway, the warehouses that we have to pass every day going into those neighboring cities, all those warehouses are in the city of Union City. The only warehouses that is not in Union City is the warehouses that is on Fulton Industrial Roosevelt Highway in that corridor, and Oakley Township. That's it. I often read posts or people call me and ask me, well, why did the former mayor put all these warehouses in our city? Let's stop pushing the narrative. The former mayor is not on the ballot anymore. He's done. He did not put these warehouses in our city. The land was annexed into Union City. Therefore, if Union City wanted those warehouses, so be it. So let's just get that out. I ain't never got to answer that question no more. We also have a hospital that's going up on the corner of 92 and South Fulton Parkway. Again, I want to give a shout out to everybody that played a part in that. Well, it's not a hospital, it's a urgent center, whatever you want to call it. It's still gonna take in the sick and the shed in. Again, I want to thank Union City for doing that. They also have something that's coming on the corner of 92 across from Publix. That is going to be like an entertainment, walking trails, a nice park. I want to thank Union City for doing that. Great things happening over there. We might not like it, but it is what it is. I want to give a shout out to the neighboring city, city of Fairburn. I want to congratulate Miss elect Councilwoman Hattie Portis for becoming the next mayor in that city, and the three council people that got back on there. I think Councilman Smallwood, and I don't know the other two people, but I want to say congratulate them to that office. And I want people to understand, when you get elected into these positions, your position belongs to the people. And the city halls and whatever, those buildings belong to the people. They are not your possessions. They belong to the people, the taxpayers. That's who that belong to. So I want to congratulate them. I want to thank the going out mayor, Tom Reed, Chattahoochee Hills. Great man. I had a chance to interview him some years ago on another show. Great guy. He has done great things out there. He's going out. Someone else won the election. I think she'll be the first Black mayor of Chattahoochee Hills, and the incoming council person over there. Chattahoochee is unique because it's rural, and I had a chance to ride out there a couple weeks ago. And what I noticed out there, they said they didn't want roundabouts, they didn't want data centers, and they wanted to keep it rural. That's the signs that I saw. I happened to go to a young man's house out there, didn't know him. Uh, we both on he's one color, I'm another color. Great guy. Had an opportunity just to talk to him and hear his views. Went to his home to get something. Great, just great conversation, and how he liked being in the rural area. And so shout out to Chattahoochee, looking for great things to come, out of them. It's not a very big city, but it's a lot of land out there, and they do great things. So I want to, just give them a shout out. East Point will be going into with the mayor. They'll be going into a runoff. Also, College Park. I want to thank College Park, the council that got reelected over there. And We got a special election coming up. District 35, the Senate seat. We have 6 people in that race. I'm not going to tiptoe around it. I am supporting Roger Bruce for that. And the reason why I'm supporting Roger Bruce, we're living in a time right now that we need somebody with experience that can work across the aisle with the Republicans. And uh, the former representative had been down there for 20 plus years. And so I believe that he's the guy that can work across the aisle to do that. We're living in where right now we don't need no on the job training. We need people to work with that have relationships, because when you go down there, the majority is not us. And so we got to get it done this year in Georgia. The election that took place on the 4th, Democrats won a lot of good seats, a lot of good seats. So I want to commend them for doing that. But what I will say is, last night when I woke up and I noticed the text that I got, it was very disappointing that the Democrats caved in to the Republicans. I believe if they had just held out, they would have got what they was asking for. For you to play politics with the American people with their insurance, and I think it's just disturbing. Uh, it's time for us to get on one page. It is time for us to come to the table and have the real discussions. We can't keep voting people in that we think they're Democrats, and once they get in office, they turn over to the Republicans, or they vote like the Republicans. And so I'm a Democrat, and I have great friends that is Republicans. I even had friends that try to convert me over to the Republican Party, but I stand where I stand, and I believe in what I believe in, and I'm the type of person, I don't waver. A double-minded person is dangerous, and I am not double-minded. So we need to have a coming to Jesus meeting. We need to have a plan going in 2026, because if we don't have a plan in 2026, I'll be the first one to say that the Republicans is going to take everything again. So we're going to have to make the decisions. We also going to have to get out the GOTV, get out the vote. We can't keep playing election like we play the slots. We just go in there and just pull the lever. We got to stop. We got to put people in office that has the best interest of the people. I'm gonna stand by that. And so 2026 is going to be interesting uh, in the United States, but it's going to be very interesting because it's going to be very interesting because that's the governor election that year, and our Georgia's governor is on the ballot. I don't know how many Republicans that's going to run, but I know it's quite a few. But I also know it's quite a few Democrats that have threw their name in the hat. We got Democrats that's giving up seats to run for governor. I wish that some of them would have just thought about it, and said, should I give up a seat to run for something that I know I probably can't win. But we as people, we tend to put our egos in place instead of just really, really thinking about the people. You got uh, so many in that race, and I wouldn't be surprised if you wouldn't have some more names going in that race. What it does is divide up the Democrat votes. That's what it does. And then when it all boils down, it's only going to be one person uh, on the ticket. So I wish all of them well. And that's a race that we need to really pay attention to. Really pay attention to. We got the Secretary of State. We got the Attorney General. All that's on the ballot. Right now, I think it's only two or maybe one for the Attorney General that I know of. And so we need to pay attention. I still say that the Democrats should go in the room. They need to fight. They need to cuss each other out. They need to yell. They need to scream. And then they need to come out of that room on one accord. I think that they need to go in there and say, let's pick one person and all us get behind that one person. I think that's what they should do. But Damita don't know nothing. That's what they say. She don't know nothing. So we will see. We will watch all the races closely. Then we're going to have representative seats that's going to be coming up. We're going to have whoever win this seat in District 35, the Senate seat is only going to be in there temporary. And then we have somebody that's already put their name in the race, got all the endorsements. And so we're going to see how that play out, or if anybody that run, and I can say this about Mr. Bruce, he made it clear he's only in there until the election is open. He's not in there to stay. He made that clear when I sat down with him. But the other, if he don't win and if somebody else win, will they try to go on and put their name on the ballot? So we have to see and watch everything closely. But that's how that goes. It's politics. And we got here with District 35 is because they drew the lines out, and they drew Senator Donzella James out of District 35. And we had someone that put his name in the race. Or not, it wasn't even a race. He put his name in for the seat. People didn't even know who he was. He was handpicked. You have to call a spade a spade. And he ran with nobody else in there. He stayed a couple months. Maybe I know he came to a form that I did put on. He came, and then he put his name in for the governor's race. So I wish him well. But let me lay this out there. If you don't mean the people good and you're not there to serve out terms, why put your name in a race? It make it seem like you're pushing for a power grab or dressing up an agenda. And I see a lot of that. You know, some folks don't like to talk about it. They like to tiptoe around it, but I see a lot of dressing up resumes. So Think about that when you put your name in the race. We got another race that's going to come up next year, and that's that District 5 commissioner race. That's a race that everybody that's in District 5 need to pay attention to. We got 3 people right now in that race. We got one that came out months and months ago. Then we had somebody else, a council person, that come out. Now we got a radio producer that came out. Will it be some more coming out? I heard another name that's going to come out, and I'm going to hold that close, just close to my breast. We got to watch how these elections are being played out. We also got to watch out. I like to call it the machine. We got to watch out all the players that's behind these elections and the machine. When you go out to vote, make sure that you're voting with your conscience and not voting because you belong to a church or organization, whatever it might be. You need to be mindful. I know people that is standing behind people because they want something. They want to keep their jobs. They want projects. They want to make money. Make sure that when whoever you vote for, you're voting with a clear conscience. Make sure you do that. I want to get before I dive in, because I know y'all ready for what y'all think I'm gonna talk about. I know y'all ready, but I want to give a shout out to my hometown, the mayor of that city, Sharita Smith, the first Black woman mayor of Lima, Ohio. Mayor Smith is doing an outstanding job there. When I go there, I can see the work that her and her colleagues are doing. You would have never, ever made me believe that that city council up there will have a Black chairman. Majority of the people look like me, with a Black mayor that's doing an outstanding job. When I go up there, they open it up a big old water park, or whatever you want to call it. The infrastructure, the sidewalks, the lighting all throughout the city. I mean, they're doing a wonderful job. Keep up the good work up there. What I like, and I pay attention, don't say too much. I can say some because I pay taxes up there, but I don't. They don't get out in public and air their dirty laundry. I'm quite sure they have disagreements, but they don't do it in public. That's what I like about them. I also want to give a shout out to the school board up there, the superintendent up there. Who would have ever dreamed that folks that look like me would be in those positions, especially when it's a Republican. Ohio is ran by the Republicans. So shout out to them. Shout out to North Carolina, for my dear good friend, Councilman Jackson for getting reelected. Shout out to him. So let me bring it on home now to the city of South Fulton. Everything that took place in this last election, it took place just like I thought it would take place. First, I want to give a say to the former William Bill Edwards, and I think he's okay for me saying this because I said it, and he know how I am. I want to thank him for running a race. I thought he ran a clean race. And I told him after he won his race, lost his race, I called him, gave him a few days, and I called him Bill. I said, Bill, you did outstanding job. What I want you to do now is take your rest. The people showed you that they didn't want you anymore. So what I'm going to tell you is you have to show the people. When the phone calls come in for help on doing this or doing that, and I know the phone calls come in, say no. I often say they want your time, they want your money, they want your service, but they don't want you. Give the people what they want, Bill. Enjoy your grandkids and your family. Job well done. Because the city of South Fulton wouldn't have the things that we have if it wasn't for him. I believe in giving people credit where credit is due. If you haven't done nothing, you haven't done nothing. But sometimes people tend to want to take credit for stuff that they did not do. I want to give you all your flowers. I was listening to a comment where an elected official praised somebody for bringing over Fulton Industrial, but didn't give the man the credit that bought over Fulton Industrial. That man was Bill Edwards. Thank you. Go on and just enjoy your life. Let the elected officials be elected officials. And when we talk, I'm going to remind you every time that we talk, let them do them. Don't give them no guidance. Don't give them anything. Sometimes we have to just let the chips fall where they lay. And I've said this and I'll say it again. When it comes to politics, folks just ain't loyal. They will eat with you, they will ride with you, they will talk to you, but when they're not in your presence, they'll say another story. They'll say something different. So you have to give people what they want. It's tough, but you just have to do that. And I think when you do that, you're going to say, wow, why didn't I do this earlier? Because I believe that God has something for you, Bill. Something else. The city of South Fulton is in a runoff. We got the mayor's race, Councilwoman Kamalithia Gums, and Dr. Mark Baker. I don't get into titles. I just say what's on the ballot, but I'm gonna give them they like titles, so I'm just gonna they're titles. They're in the runoff. I know people was disappointed. Their candidate didn't win, but it is what it is. Before I go into that, let me say I want to thank all the people that ran for a race in the city of South Fulton. I want to thank everyone that put their name on the ballot. Some people had never even been in the politics. Some people had good ideas. You didn't make it. I'm going to say, don't give up. Don't go into hiding, because people tend to lose their elections and you don't see them no more until the next election. Stay out here and make sure your voice is heard. You got to make sure your voice is heard. I am a prime example. I lost the election. And I'm not ashamed to say I lost the election. But it took 9 people to take me down. You can say what you want to say, but it took 9 people to take me down. But that was not where God wanted me to be. I know my assignment, you guys. I don't care how you guys, what you say. I know my assignment. I know some people, people say, oh, they come down here and they just want to make a name for themselves, and them ends come down here. It ain't about that with me. I just love people. I did it in North Carolina. I did it in California. I'm doing it here. I just love people. I love serving the community. But what I won't do is sell my soul for the community. I won't do that. I done lost a whole lot of friendships because I won't sway the way they want me to sway. I don't care. I will not. I sleep good at night. Being a community activist, community leader, you got to know your whys, your wants, your goals. You got to know it all. I won't be bought out by money. I won't be bought out by proclamations. None of that. Community leaders. I just told a community leader this morning, I said, you're going to have to decide whether you're going to be a community leader, a community pleaser, a community leader that's going to be on the right side, and you can't be wish-washy. You're going to have to make up that decision. But if you're not going to do the right thing, step aside. That's what I told him this morning. I said, step aside. You got community leaders. I know one community leader that went out, and I can talk about it now, went out and got money from one of the council people. You can get open records. I think they got $3,000 or $4,000. I was one of them. And when the council person didn't want to do what that community person wanted or give up more money, they went out bashing that council person. Any community leader that does that don't need to be a community leader. Point blank. This is another one that happened during our election. We had people that was on the ballot that did not live in our city. Some got caught. One got caught. Others didn't get caught. Community leaders knew that they wasn't eligible to be on the ballot, but they pushed the narrative and then got mad with the people. I didn't know the young man like everybody else, but I knew him from a forum, and we talked. And I knew going in that forum that he was not a resident of our city. But it was not my place to go out there. I just wanted to treat him just like I treated everybody else on the panel. But going through that, my prayer was, let it come out and be exposed. Because one thing I did not want was for this Black man to get caught up in the political game, playing with the votes, not eligible, and get a felony. That's what I did not want. And so it's okay to be hurt, but I'd rather for you to be hurt than to walk away with a felony because of voter fraud. So it worked out. Other ones that got on the ballot that did not live in our city, they would ask me, Damita, why don't you expose them? Nope, ain't my place to expose them. Not my place. But they did not make it. I often say God is not to be mocked. The city of South Fulton is not to be mocked. We going through this storm, and we gonna be all right. But we got to go through the storm. And the storm ain't over yet. I want y'all to brace yourself. I want you to brace yourself. It's not over. So that's that. We got District 2 Council that's up for grabs. We got District 4 up for grabs. I know District 4 council person. I also know a few that's in District 2. So when you guys go to cast your vote, make sure you cast your vote for the right person. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to say this, and I've been saying it for years, and I'm going to continue on saying it. City Hall is not a fraternity or sorority. I know you want to run it like that. It's not. That's the people's house. And I don't care about you getting mad with me. I don't care. Everything has a place. Everything has a place. So be mindful. Be mindful. Often what I've seen in the city of South Fulton, I've seen politics play a nasty, nasty game down here. I've seen elected officials talk out both sides. Tomorrow, when they have their meeting, they might be on one page. And then when the meeting is over, they on a different page. What I'm going to say to all of them, when you go into those meetings, think about the people. Get out of yourself and think about the people. Do what's right about the people. It's not about you. It's about the people. And when you do that, you can do great things. But we get so caught up into our egos and our feelings, and it becomes a mess. I've said it, and I say it again. When you're on the council, whoever becomes the mayor, get people out your ear. Get people out your ear. You can get a lot solved without people in your ear. Right now, we are a city that is divided. I don't care what y'all say, it's divided. We got one city, but we got 7 districts acting like everybody got a city of their own. Everybody trying to outdo everybody. Everybody giving a turkey out. Why don't we go to one central location the biggest location in the city of South Fulton, and that's Wolf Creek. Do your turkey drives over there. Have a plan. Know who's getting the turkeys, who's getting these food drives, because I don't know if the homeowner, the residents, or the citizens of the city of South Fulton know, but your tax dollars is paying for that food. They ain't giving you that food. Your taxes is paying for that food. So I have a problem when we have folks in line getting turkeys coming from different areas. I have a problem when folks live in the city of South Fulton calling their relatives that live in another city, get up here and get your greens and your turkey. I have a problem with that because I'm paying for that. Have a plan. Know who's coming in there getting the food. Maybe you need to do ID or something, but I just don't believe folks coming from other cities. And I know folks coming as far as 75 miles getting turkeys and greens every year. And they sit down and they talk about it. Not only that, when you give gift cards out, know who you're giving your stuff to. Make sure it's for the citizens of South Fulton. Going into the new year, we shouldn't have 100 book bag drives. We shouldn't have a lot of parties. Get on one page. Council members, and I know people debate me with this, and I'm going to keep debating. City council leaders only set policies and procedures and go home. That's it. They don't run the day-to-day operations. They don't run the city manager. They don't run the police department. They don't do anything. We need to get that in order before the new year. When the new year come in, whoever the mayor might be, if it's Kamalitha Gums or Mark Baker, we need to go in there with a clear mind and do what's right by the people. Now you can say, oh, that's just Damita, but I'm going to tell you, I get a lot of calls from folks that work for the city of South Fulton, and I would never tell their name because these people want to come here, make their money, pay their bills, and go home. They say how the people talk to them crazy, disrespectful. It's either their way or the highway. When they say something, then they wondering if they have a job. I'm going to say it again. Everybody that worked for the city of South Fulton have not been wrong. We got to look at the problem and stop putting a band-aid on the problem. We got to make sure that our city manager is held to a standard. She do her job, which she's supposed to do. And she's been doing a great job in these last couple of months. But I know it's hectic when you got to do a job, but you got folks behind you on your neck. It was said that the council needed to change. That didn't only come from residents, that come from people that work for the city. No, I'm not going to tell you who said it, but it came from a whole lot of people. December the 2nd, that runoff, it's a possibility that you will have the same faces on the council. It's just going to, I pray that it don't be the same faces, the same problems. I hope and pray that they come out and do something different. That's my prayer. I'm praying that they get on one accord and stop the foolishness. That they talk to people, treat people the way they want to be treated. And I know y'all buying folks out with proclamations right now. Oh, you might say, "Oh, she mad she got one." I don't want one. I don't even want one when I lay out in front of the morgue or wherever. I don't want y'all to even give me now and then. Made it clear. We got to stop playing politics with the people. I think some areas need to be tightened up. I know the P cards need to be tightened up. You can say what you want to say. I think it need to be tightened up. I think protocol need to be tightened up. I remember when I was on ran as president of the HOA, we had a code of conduct put in place. Our attorney wrote that up. We had to follow that code of conduct, and when we got out of place, it was a fine. Back then, it was $500 a fine. That kept folks in place. I think that y'all need to tighten up on a lot of stuff. I believe that, and I keep saying I believe because I don't want nobody to say the delegation need to go in and look at the charter. I don't think that charter need to be changed when it fits certain folks' agenda. I don't think it need to be changed. Now we're gonna be a great city, but we got to go through the nonsense. So this week I will be doing a forum. My organization will be doing some forums. The first forum will be the mayor's runoff forum. I'm excited about that on the 13th. I will say this about the SEAL organization. When we do our forums, it'll be a debate because it's only two people. We go in with integrity and we come out with integrity. And anybody that has been a part of that, if they say that they did not leave with integrity, I walk to Mississippi. We have a process that we follow, and I do not go against my process for nobody. I'm excited. Everybody but one person has confirmed. I'm excited. The citizens are excited, so we excited about that. I want to give a shout out to the outgoing mayor, Mayor Khalid. I got a chance to really get to know him during these last months, doing when he was coming to my forums. I wish him well. Get you some rest and do what I ask you to do, and you will be fine. And again, whoever be the mayor of the city of South Fulton, I hope and pray that you come in with an open mind to do the right thing for the people. Whoever becomes the mayor, I'm going to still hold you accountable. I'm going to support you. But I'm going to put this out there. I'm not kissing no behinds. Absolutely not. Won't do it. So the ball is in the city of South Fulton court now. I already know how it's going to play out. I already know. The players been playing. Not only the players from the city of South Fulton, but you got players from other cities. They've been playing. That's what the city of South Fulton better pay attention to. When we were fighting for cityhood, the thing was, if they can't control us, they'll put people in place that can control us. Oh, I'm watching. It's deep. It ain't about us. I just hate that folks that knew how hard we fought for this city didn't hold up to their side of the bargain. That's what's disappointing. Someone told me one time, oh, the city hall is being ran like the mafia. I often think about that. I often think about that. I look at it now and I'll be like, wow. Where do you want to stand and where do you want to be when the history has been written? Because everything that we say and do is going on in the history books. Where do you want to be? Do you want to be on the right side or the wrong side of history? That's what the city of South Fulton. Let's go and talk about the federal government. They'll be opening up the government soon. They play politics with the people. But I don't want y'all to get too relaxed that y'all gonna get y'all snapping stuff back, because in January it's gonna be something new. Don't get relaxed. Don't close your eyes. I'm gonna say y'all need to save up for a rainy day, because it ain't over yet, y'all. It ain't over. And so keep your eyes open on the federal government. Let's talk about another topic. I got a few minutes. Let's talk about the churches. Churches and pastors can't pick and choose what they want to talk about. They can't. You can't serve two masters. You got to make sure that you're on the right side of the history, because people is watching how you act. You can't say one thing in that pulpit and do something different. You got folks, souls at stake right now. You either gonna mess or get off the pot. You can't pay politics with your congregations because you got something or agenda. Politics. You can't do it. If you're not going to be for the people, I just refuse for you. I just don't say anything. But so many have gotten caught up that they have forgotten about the people's souls. Rethink this thing. Just rethink it. And I know we had pastors in the when in the 60s and stuff. I know we had some good pastors back then. We got some good pastors now. I'm not going to take that from them. But we got some pastors will sell their soul out to the devil for $1 and won't even blink their eye. Just think about that. I love you guys. I'm going to continue on fighting for the people. My husband have to remind me, and I know when to shut it down. I know when I say the heck with y'all. I know how to shut it down. Um, just make sure we do the right thing. In closing, I want everybody to have a happy, happy holiday because this is the last show until next to after in January, and this is my favorite time of the year. So I'm going to be decorating and getting ready for Christmas and just having some me time with my family and my husband and my son, and just doing what I love to do. You got a debate uh, November the 13th at Decision Point, same location. The flyer be going out from 7 to 8. That's the mayor's debate this Thursday. Monday, you got District 4, the 17th, District 4. The 19th, you got District 2. We got 2 qualified moderators. We don't play games. We don't play shenanigans, and we do what's right. I'll be putting something out to the candidates. Someone did call me and ask me, and I want to clear this up. We do not put winner on our debates. So that won't be a part of on our debates. It can go on somebody else's debate, but it won't go on sealed debates. I'm going to make sure I'm going to lay some ground rules out. I wish all the candidates well, all the winners, December the 2nd. So you guys have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful holiday season. We're going to be all right. As my husband often remind me, he said, Damita, I don't care who be in the White House and I don't care who be on city council in the city of South Fulton. Just remember this, your household going to be okay. I don't want you to worry about it. I don't want you to lose no sleep. So have a great, great, great year. Be safe. It's going to be cold tonight. Bundle them babies up tomorrow. Getting ready for that bus. Bundle them up. Wrap your pipes up because it's going to be cold. And again, I want to thank you guys for being one of the servant leaders that's going to serve you guys. And if I don't get it right, call me. Let me know that I did not get it right. I'll listen to you. Might not agree with you, but I'll listen to you. And if I know I'm wrong, I'll say I'm wrong. But I'm going to always stand on what's right. When it's right, it's tight. Know who's on the ballot. Know before you go. Just know. And I'll see the mayor's candidate Thursday night. Have a great day. Thank you.